YouTubers, this is Michael Fuller. Today we're going to do one more gardening video. I wanted to give you an update on it and show you some changes. I put a garden stake in, I think day before yesterday, that I was telling you about in the last video, that I needed to put a taller one for the biggest or the largest tomato plant. I put an 8-foot stake from Tractor Supply, and I'll show you guys that here in just one moment. Let me flip the camera around. As you can see, I'm referring to this one here. It's taller than all the others. It's an 8-foot garden stake, and I needed it because, as you can tell, that tomato plant is dead even with it. And if you look right there, we're only a few inches from being as tall as the edge of the roof, which is really wild. It's definitely a record for me for the largest tomato plant that I have ever personally grown myself. But small changes. You can see that the tomatoes are starting to lighten up. You got a little bit of dark green with light green on them, and you can see that some of the tomatoes have gotten a little bit bigger since the last video. And one change that I noticed yesterday is we actually have a tomato that is trying to ripen. That is one of the beefsteak tomatoes, and it's a pretty good size. And that makes me happy because these that's lighter should start to do the same. And my hope is I'll have a couple that I can pull off the vine by the end of the month at the latest. Hopefully, a few days sooner, but because my mouth's watering up for one. But you can tell that there's a bunch of tomatoes everywhere, and still a little short recording where you can see them. You can see that there's just tomatoes all up and down this tomato plant. But that's definitely good news. If that one's ripening some, and these lighter green ones should start to ripen too very soon behind it. So I think we'll have some tomatoes I can pull off very soon. We did gain a pickled cucumber, so I'm gonna pull that off probably today. And Roma's has not shown any more signs of ripening yet, but there's still a few more that's gotten bigger. Walk you around. We've got some more yellow squash that's growing. Over here, got a new zucchini that's starting to grow. That'll probably be another 3 days before I pick 1 or 4 to get it a little bit bigger. Here's a pretty good sized squash. Yellow squash that I'll try to pick in the next probably 2 days. And you see if there's another on the side of it. And right here's yellow squash. There's 2 more. Let them grow just a tad bit more. And you can see over here there's a bunch together, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 there. Just to show you here, there's just a bunch of Roma tomatoes there. And I don't see any more cucumbers growing on the vine. Maybe one more. I think I'm slowing down on my cucumbers, but that's a little sad because I love my cucumbers. Next year I'll probably try to do 2 of those for cucumbers and maybe 1 less squash plant. That way I can have cucumber rack here, vine rack, and 1 over here, and that way you got 2 sets of cucumbers, and you do 1 zucchini and maybe 2 yellow squash instead of 4 squash plants. That's probably what I'll do. But the pepper plant is trying to grow a little bit taller. Not too much change there, and this one's not done anything else. I think it's supposed to be a pepper plant as well, but my hope is that at least you get 1 pepper plant by the end of the garden season that I can pick some peppers off of. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that I did stake this day before yesterday and got that situated because it's supposed to storm a couple of days, and wanted to get that all fixed up because, as you can tell, we've got tomatoes up to here, and there'll be some right in there where you see those yellow flowers, and up in here. So definitely going to have some that I want to get on a step ladder, and I had to actually get on a step ladder to stake that in the ground. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the progress of the garden and everything like that. But I'll try to continue to record, occasional garden videos for the next little bit. I know I originally said in my last one I would probably only do one or two more, but since the tomatoes are starting to show signs of ripening, I'll show you what those look like as I pull them off, and then do a video where it shows pictures of all my pickings throughout the garden season, and maybe just do a slideshow of music with that and me talking about it a little bit at a later video. But hope you guys enjoyed this short clip. Just wanted to show you the update in the garden and the change since I saw a tomato ripen, and it made me very excited. So hopefully we'll be picking some tomatoes soon. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and God bless you all.